It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some more James Blunt today. Y'all been bringing me down a path, and I've liked every song we've checked out from this man so far. Like, he is really good at what he does, and he's good at transferring the emotion through that music. So this one is called Someone Singing Along. Let's dive into it. Before we do, though, just to let you know, I go live on Twitch pretty much every single day. I keep saying that, but Sundays and Mondays, we're going to start taking off. Twitch.tv/DuaneTV. Link is down below in the description. We do gaming from like Tuesday through Thursday. Friday is music reactions, and then we kind of roll into gaming depending on how long those go. Saturday, we kind of just pull up what's trending in the world, what's trending on Twitter. You guys bring videos through. It could be police stops, controversial shit, comedy, whatever it is. We watch it, we laugh, we talk about it, you know, whatever the video calls for. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys stop in, but let's dive into this. Let's see what this man was up to.
Somebody's gonna wave a flag. Somebody's going to attack. Someone will tell you to take a side, tell you their version of wrong or right.
What's crazy about this song and what he just said, someone's gonna tell you their version. Hold up.
Somebody's gonna wave a flag. Somebody's going to attack. Someone will tell you to take a side, tell you their version of wrong or right.
Someone's going to tell you to take a side, tell you their version of wrong or right. The thing with this is true all the time. Like, there is always some part of the world that seems to be at war and some crazy shit going on, almost always, right? And inevitably, there are sides that get picked. And people will feel like, well, it's obvious you pick this side. Duh. Like, what? Like, if you don't, you're a horrible person. And then people on the other side are going to say the same thing. Well, what do you mean? But there's also this, and this. So you obviously pick this side or you're a horrible person, right? And then you're like, okay, like what? Like, so no matter what I do, I'm wrong. No matter what I do, I'm a horrible person. So so me personally, I stay out of all that shit. I don't talk about none of it. There's enough people out there that are already bringing attention to things. I let y'all handle it and I push y'all forward. Do your thing. I'm not going to do it, but this is so true. This is so true. And it's crazy. The world is a wild, wild place. And I don't think we're ever going to have the peace that we like to believe that we can get to at some point. It's never going to happen. Humans are incapable of having global, widespread peace. It's just not a thing that's ever going to happen.
Somebody's gonna let you in, judged on the color of your skin, slam the door in the face of your friend, simply because you don't look like him. Ooh. And then you gotta find the way that you're walking, everybody's walking. You gotta find the words to say when you're talking, everybody's talking.
And what's sad about that next statement about they might let you in because of the color of your skin, but close the door on your friend because you don't look the same as him. That I feel like what's wild is, like, obviously in the past, this was very, very true, right? Like, I mean, we can go all the way back to when there was slavery, and yes, slavery, for anyone that doesn't believe it, did happen for people of all different colors. But, you know, like, let's just say specifically here in the United States with segregation, so on and so forth, right? Like, that was a thing. And I feel like we started to move past that, right? Like, obviously slavery was abolished at some point and things have moved forward, and I'm able to sit here and make these videos, which back then I probably wouldn't have been allowed to, right? But nowadays it's like, I felt like we were moving forward, and you guys can let me know how you feel about this. I'm sure it'll spark a debate, but I feel like we were moving forward. And I feel like, and I got to watch out, these hand motions, people are going to say you're doing a certain salute nowadays. You got to be, everything you do gets analyzed. But I feel like we've started to go back. We started to regress. Does anybody else feel that way? And I don't necessarily mean like, yo, like black people are now being looked at a certain way. Like, I do feel like that's the case in some situations, but I also feel like now there's a niche community within the black community itself that are starting to look at white people that way, almost as if it's justified for us to now do it to white people, to try to tell you that you can't be here, you can't do this, you can't wear this hairstyle, you can't be a part of this. Like, it's the white man. So on and so forth, and make up names and all this other stuff. But if it's done in reverse, it's oh my God, you're a racist, you're a horrible person. Like, there's so many double standards that have been created, in my opinion, over the last like 5 to 10 years, where shit is just getting worse and worse. And now it's to the point where there's a part of the black community that almost wants to segregate themselves away from white people. And I'm like, but isn't that what we like fought against for all these years? Didn't we try to stop that from happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm thankful for anyone that watches my videos that doesn't have that mindset, because there is racist people amongst white people, amongst black people, amongst Asian people, amongst like every single place. Like, there's racist portions of every single what do I want to say, race, of every single group. Like there it inevitably is going to be a thing, and it's really unfortunate. But I feel like as long as the rest of us that don't have these weird mindsets that just accept people for who they are, and like I can accept that, like, yes, there are some differences between maybe a black person, a white person, an Asian person, but those differences are what makes us unique, and it's a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, at the base level, we're all humans. We're all trying to survive. We're all trying to get by. We're all trying to figure out this thing called life, and we're all in the same boat in all reality. So we can connect, even though we can acknowledge that there are differences between us, and those differences are cool, because otherwise the world would be a boring place if everybody was exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud everybody out there who has that mindset. You guys are the best, and hopefully we can outlive all the idiots. That's really what it comes down to.
So I built the words into a song. I'm hoping someone singing along.
I love his voice.
Even if some notes are wrong, I'm hoping someone singing along. 'Cause just one voice is not enough. I need to hear from everyone. And even when I'm dead and gone, I'm hoping someone singing along. Somebody's gonna build a wall, then smash it with a cannonball. Someone who somehow has got a gun will tell you who you can and you can't love. Some people keeping all the cash, they're gonna get away with that. Just 'cause some people don't think like me.
I don't know where this is showing either, but my heart goes out to people that have to live in an area where shit like this happens. I feel like sometimes, us in America, I think that we take for granted the fact that we've been very lucky that no wars have really taken place here at all. I mean, obviously you can go all the way back to the Civil War, but we're talking like wars nowadays with bombs and drones and all this other shit. We've been extremely lucky that nothing has really came over here. There's been like attacks, terrorist attacks, stuff like that, but no straight up war where we're sitting here and just hearing bombs get dropped throughout the entire day and just hoping that it doesn't come towards us, and just hoping that we're going to be okay because we don't have the means to maybe just move out of the area that we're in, or the means to leave and go somewhere else. Like we don't have that option. And so our only choice is to just pray and just hope. Like I couldn't imagine being in a position like that. And so my heart goes out to every single person that has ever been affected by some shit like that, because it's not fair. In my opinion, it's not fair. I just look at it like we all live here once. To think that somebody's life is spent worrying about shit like this, and a good portion of it is just, it's not fair.
That really make them the enemy. And then you gotta find a way that you're walking. Everybody's walking. You gotta find the words to say when you're talking. Everybody's talking. So I built the words into a song. I'm hoping someone singing along. And even if some notes are wrong, I'm hoping someone singing along. 'Cause just one voice is not enough. I need to hear from everyone. And even when I'm dead and gone.
And this shit's gonna get me because, like, when you think, like, right, like, no matter where it is in the world, like, there's kids everywhere, and kids are innocent. They're so innocent. Like, some people grow up and maybe they become bad people, and they do bad things, and they've been brought up in the wrong way, and so on and so forth. But it has nothing to do with the kids in that same area. The kids could be brought down that path because of how they're being raised, but they're not. They're kids right now. They're innocent. They're just experiencing the world and just trying to figure out this shit. Like, they don't even, at this age, like, you don't even understand life yet, let alone to understand death and war and all this crazy shit that we have going on around us is wild. And I've said this multiple times too. A lot of times when it comes to like all these wars and all the crazy shit that happens, when you think about that, like the amount of people that are involved in doing that, and the people that are in positions to make the calls to start wars and do all this other shit, and the terrorist groups and all this stuff, in all reality, like when you take in the entire global population, I feel like it's like less than 1% of people that are causing all of the trauma across the world that is affecting all of us. less than 1% of people are people that are in a position to make a call on war or not to go to war, or what we're going to do with this place, or if we're going to go to this country, or if this terrorist group is going to attack over here. Like there's not that many people on the grand scale of all the people that are alive in the world that are actually fundamentally like pushing that narrative and going in that space and creating this shit to happen. It's a very, maybe I'm wrong with the less than 1%. I'm just saying a number, but it's a very small percentage, we'll say, versus the rest of us that are just literally bystanders in all of this, and we all get affected by it. And I'm not saying me as if I'm getting affected as much as people that are in areas like that, but I'm just saying like it's something like I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you know what I mean. I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm not trying to make it about, because in America we're very privileged. Let's just be fucking honest. We're very privileged. Okay. And so it's not really about us, but at some point it can get to where it is also about us. But right now it's about so many other people out there that are being affected by a very small percentage of people's choices. You know what I'm saying? And like, I guess you could say we get affected by price changes and shit, which sucks, but it doesn't suck as much as being in an area like that and actually going through what war is. Like the majority of us, we only know what war is from watching some videos and reading some books. That's it. And I promise you, as much as you think that gives you an idea of war, you have no motherfucking idea. None. We have none.
I'm hoping someone's singing along. Make a noise, I can hear you now. Won't you raise your voice just a little louder? Make a noise, I can hear you now. Won't you raise your voice just a little louder? So I built the words into a song. I'm hoping someone's singing along. And even if some notes are wrong, I'm hoping someone's singing along. It's just one person to raise your. I need to hear from everyone. Anybody when I'm dead, to raise your voice. I'm hoping someone's singing along.
This is a beautiful song, a very powerful video. I'm a huge fan of James Blunt. I like this man. This is 3 for 3 of absolutely amazing, heart touching, like just real songs. I respect that. So it looks like, from what I can see, because some of the stuff covered up the picture, the text, is this was about in Syria and the wars and stuff going on and shit like that. It's just also sad, and it's like it's hard. Like I can't really say everything I want to say in one video, because I'll be here for a half hour, hour plus. You know what I mean? Trying to fully explain it, because you could say some things and then it makes it look like I'm saying it from a place of privilege, which I am, because I'm very privileged to be sitting in the apartment that I'm in, to pay the amount that I am for it, to be sitting here where I don't feel like there's any worry that a bomb is going to drop at any point in time. Right now, obviously that can change, but as of right now, there's no worry of that. I can go outside and enjoy the sun and walk, hear the birds chirp, and you know what I'm saying. Not everybody gets that ability. Not everybody's in a position like that. There's somebody right now somewhere in the world who's hiding and hoping that they don't die from a bomb, from like whatever it is. And like it's just, I feel like we need to keep that in mind. Like obviously we don't want to think about that 24/7, because it's depressing, and we want to enjoy our lives. And I totally understand that, but it's something that I feel like we always have to acknowledge and remember, especially when we get a little out of hand or we get upset over some dumb shit in life that really isn't all that serious, and just realize how good we actually have it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking obviously to those that are in a position where shit is good. Not everybody has things good. Like even here in America, there's some people that are homeless. There's some people that have mental illness. There's some people that are dealing with a lot of different shit. There's soldiers that have went over and been a part of wars and stuff like that, that have PTSD. Some of them went places and did things that now they look back at and feel like, well, why did I do that? That was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But I trusted our government to lead me in the right direction and tell me what we needed to do and why we were doing it, and only to find out that it wasn't real, right? Like there's so many different angles and nuances to life that we need to always take that into account, and just, I think, realize that I think innately, like humans being a species of animal, like there is some primal violence that could potentially be in us. But I also think that because of our ability to reason and understand things that other animals can't necessarily understand, I think that gives us a level of ability to really also show a lot of love and stuff. It's why when you look at kids, like take kids that have not been tainted by anything horrible, and you throw them in a room, they could be all different colors, they could be all the, they'll most likely just play and get along for the most part. Now, every once in a while, you can have some kids that might get in a little scuffle, might not get it, oh, you took my toy, da da da. But let's just say that there's enough to go around for everybody. There's no worry about, oh, they have this or they have that, because I can get that too if I want. They would just get along perfectly fine. I can't say the same for a room of adults, right? Because we've been through so many different things in life. All of our experiences are different. All of our thought process, our stereotypes, our prejudices, all these things from experiences that we've had in life that get created. You throw us all in a room, and there's probably going to be people that avoid other people. There's going to be groups that are going to be created. I feel like amongst kids that doesn't happen very much, at least not as often. You know what I'm saying? But it also again depends what has that kid been taught up to that point in their life. You know what I mean? So it's just like I feel like we have a lot of pure to us as well. We just got to remember to tap into it. Anyways, long-winded. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.